Hey guys, what's going on? How is everybody?
Good.
Excellent, excellent. Sherry, I just got your message. If you have some questions about Go High Level that you want to ask or get into, I could probably help you with that before as everybody's getting joined in here.
Okay. Do you know if there is a good tutorial in the support system um, to look at to do that?
For doing what?
Uh,
What part are you stuck with? Everything?
Everything on the Google Ads.
Oh, Google Ads. I thought you were talking about Go High Level.
Yes, I'm trying to do a
Google Ads
Google
to Go High
story,
Level.
set it up to go high level.
Okay, yeah. I don't have a ton of experience with Google Ads, honestly. I know you could build a landing page in Go High Level and sync it up. Um, y- is it for yourself or is it for a client?
Myself.
Yeah, so that makes it a little bit easier. What you're going to want to do is let's go into this real quick. In your Go High Level account, you're going to want to come in here to the launch pad and you're going to want to connect your Google My Business. Have you done that?
I have.
Yeah, so once you do that, then it syncs some things up. But for Google Ads specifically, you have to actually um, there's a bunch of other steps involved for running Google Ads. Like Google, once you have your Google My Business page connected, you'll get some leads through that because it'll open up a chat feature on your GMB page. But running Google Ads specifically, there's like a whole process. And I run Facebook and Instagram mostly, and I have a guy that handles Google. So if you're setting that up yourself, I really couldn't help you out with that too much. I can help you out with anything setting up Go High Level wise, but I know you have to get a code for the Google tags and you have to put that on all your funnel and you have to like test that for conversions. And yeah, I don't know. I would definitely have somebody handle that for me. But what's the goal? Is the objective to get new clients through your Google ad, Sherry? I'm curious.
Yes.
Yeah. And why Google ads for that?
Well, I want to go across the United States and I'm targeting roofers, commercial and residential. And I thought Google might be better than Instagram or Facebook. Now, do you think I'm wrong on that thinking?
Not necessarily. They're different, right? They reach different people at different parts of the sales process. If somebody finds your Google ads in any capacity, it's because they were searching for a relevant keyword or a term that's going to be related to whatever you're selling. And so you're the benefit to that is you're only going to be getting roofers that are saying how to get better marketing or how to get more leads, but the negative parts of that is you're going to have to outbid other competitors that are trying to show up for that same exact keyword, how to get more leads for roofers. And that's where it's going to get expensive. And but I know that Google is beneficial because it gives you that targeted traffic, right? If you can get
Mhm.
it, so it can work. I haven't ever gotten any clients from Google Ads because I haven't really tried them out for myself. We run some Google Ads for my clients, but somebody else sets that up. So I would consider other strategies before I dove into Google Ads. Social media, like roofers are still scrolling on social media. Everybody scrolls on social media. If it's not Facebook, it's Instagram to some capacity, and that's a general. Of course, there's people that don't, but I'd say you might have better luck in being able to test and have more flexibility and a little bit easier setup going with Facebook and Instagram ads for roofers.
Okay.
Because what's your offer?
I don't have a set offer.
Mm,
I'm going with what they need. I've got one in the pipeline now that needs email marketing and digital ads.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of like that could be a complete package. You know, we like to just include everything and tell them what they're going to get. Hey, it's going to be digital ads, it's going to be email marketing, text marketing, online calendars, software to manage everything, and that's going to be all inclusive. That's going to be 2,000 a month, and then you can name that something. So we call it the scale system, and I'll show you guys like how we break down that service, because a thing you never want to fall into is asking a client, hey, what do you know, like, oh, you don't want to be an a la carte agency, in my opinion. Some people do that and it works well, but for me to just scale online, I had to talk about something specific. So I talk about the scale formula. Hey, this is exactly what dealerships need in order to scale their dealership. There's 5 parts, so it's an acronym. We do ads on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Google for car dealerships. We craft the campaigns for you, campaigns that really stand out and cut through the noise. Then we automate all your follow-up with marketing automation. We help you level up your software, and we end-to-end optimize everything and make sure that it continues to work for you so that we can scale. And I go through each of these parts with a little bit more time, and I share with them, this is our mechanism. And then when I go to pitch them on it, I have the same things written out, but they're written out as deliverables. The support, the social media design, campaign monitoring, automated lead follow-up, the same things in that slide that gave them kind of a visual of it, but now it's a more logical form. I show them the average ROI potential based on my other clients, 35 to 50K, and it's going to be $19.97 a month plus $30 to $60 a day in ad spend. That's set up separate under that client. Okay, they're like, that sounds awesome. What do I need to do to get started? I show them that. I send them the proposal. I sign them up. So if you don't have the reason I share that with you, Sherry, is if you don't have an offer that you're already like 100% confident, like this package is going to be really good for roofers. I have seen this to help other roofers in this area. This is a proven framework. I want to offer this. Then I think it's going to be a waste of money almost to run ads, because then you're just like, unless you have it to where like you have to tell them something that you're going to be able to do for them. If you just say marketing for roofers, you're not going to be able to stand out. So like, you know, how the scale system helped John the roofer from Connecticut get 15 more roofs last quarter. That's something. And when you run B2B advertising for like industry like roofers or dealerships where you have a lot of boomer-owned businesses, you want your B2B ads to come up like an article. So they see like how John the Roofer sold 17 extra roofs last year and installed solar on each one of them to make a whopping $115,000. If you have your own case studies, put it out in writing like that, break it down to the core result, and then just offer that. You don't have to tell them on the front end what the package is going to be, but that's going to get him on a call with you. And then on the call, you're like, in order for him to do that, this is the components of what that took. Does that make sense?
It does.
So we can work more with you on that too. And I think that's really important to have, like, you know, let's come up with an offer for roofers. Like, do you have some case studies?
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't have case studies, then paid ads really isn't the best place to start. I think, like, unless you have a super high confidence in actually running it. I've tried it. I've tried to break into other niches with just paid ads without a lot of case studies, and it's pretty hard. You have to figure out an acquisition channel that's relatively cheap to get some clients, to get some results, to get some experience. And then from there, you can have case studies that you can run on paid ads and put dollars behind that's going to actually drive attention. If you don't have case studies, I don't think we have any roofing case studies in Agency Box, but I'll talk to Dylan. But yeah, that's important. And I was just telling some people a little bit ago, guys, you can actually leverage. So let's say you learn how to run Facebook ads, which you can literally learn on YouTube. And Facebook even has their own platform for training. And of course, you can buy higher ticket programs, but really, like, everything's basically on YouTube. Like, to learn how to do this, look, intro to advertising, ad performance, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, ad specifications, inspiration, create an ad. So you can go to facebook.com/business/success. And what this is going to have is you can talk with the Meta people. It's got like all these resources. And check this out, guys. They've literally got case studies that you can use that talk about how these businesses were able to get results with Facebook ads. And you can just pick your industry. So let's see if they have any roofing. Doesn't look like it. Maybe that would fall under professional services. Could fall under probably not retail, but excuse me. Okay, I can click filter by, and I can see these different businesses, and I can leverage these case studies, and there's a ton more of them, and I can talk about those to clients, and I can say, I was just reading this case study, send them the link, how this watch company was boosting sales using this specific type of campaign. I'd love to set the same thing up for you. I know exactly how to do it, right? Like if I was going after car dealerships, and you could even look at their case study and you could say, like, look, it's going to have the exact numbers. And I could say, I could probably do a lot better than this. Like this isn't even really driving that much, attention, but it shows, what did they do? Augmented reality. Whoops. I don't know where I went there. Augmented reality ads, video ads, custom audience, lookalike audience. So then you can tell a client, hey, what kind of things are you going to do for Facebook ads? Well, you know what we're going to do is we're going to set up you with some lookalike audiences, some custom audiences, some video ads, and augmented reality ads. We've seen that to really drive national attention and even get as high as 3.3x higher lift in brand familiarity. Like this is if you're just starting out. Once you have results, you'll have your own stuff to say that's way better than this. But this is a starting point, and you can use this to get into different engagements and stuff like that. So I would just look up roofing case studies so I could get a feel for what roofers are having the most success with. And then I would reverse engineer that. Okay, if like you could literally type roofing case study Facebook ads, and somebody out there's probably got a blog post where they'll show you the exact ad, the exact results, and they'll prove it to you that this roofing company got that results. And so then you're not going to be able to use those results at all, but it's going to tell you what systems are bringing results. And then you can replicate that for another roofing company. And you want to find like a local one. Like you should just go into your local roofing place and ask them how they do roof inspections and if they can check out your roof sometime. And if they do gutters, maybe even hire them for that. And then just ask them about their marketing as you're going and say, hey, well, I've been in the area a long time, or I just moved to the area, whatever it is for you. I've been in the area a long time and I've always drove by here and I think you guys seem like a great company. What have you done to try to get more contracts? Like what's worked for you? I'm doing a lot of industry research. They'll tell you. Like you can be anywhere. You can be getting at a massage place, getting a massage, and you can ask the person, hey, how's business? And they'll open up to you. If they're the owner, you'll get into these conversations way easier than you expect. And then you'll have crazy things happen. Like today, I was talking with one guy. He didn't even seem qualified. And then we get to the end of the presentation, and he's like, yeah, so I have actually 3 dealerships. What would you do for a discount if I signed all 3 up today? And so it's like, you'll be surprised how easily you get into these conversations when you start going out and having them. And it basically is asking them about how their marketing's going, what's worked for them, and just tell them that you're into the space, you're learning about it, you've invested a lot of time, you've even invested a lot of money, and you have coaches and you have resources, and just let them kind of know that on the low end as like this is what I'm doing thing, and then ask them about what they're doing. And don't try to sell them anything, just try to genuinely learn more about their process. And that's where you're going to come up with ideas to where you can put that to a product, put that to an offer, put that to a package. But if you just are, hey, I sell email marketing, hey, I sell Facebook ads, you're going to be seen as a commodity against every other person that does that and every other AI tool that does that for $100 and all that stuff. Okay, does that make sense, Sherry? Is that like, I mean, I know it's, the baseline here is you want to get new clients, but you see where I'm saying how we have to kind of sometimes take a step back to take 2 steps forward with that?
Yes.
So I think action plan for you would be to definitely try to get in some conversations with some local roofers that will give you a chance to interview them. Like, you don't have to necessarily hire them. You don't, like, you could bring in cookies, or you could do some different things for sure. But at the very least, you could just call and reach out to some local companies and just ask them how their process works. And then ask them if they would be open to letting you interview them. And you could say, hey, I want to do an interview with you just to learn more about the business and the industry. I'm super curious, and I'm going to write it up as a blog article and put it on my website, and I'll sponsor your guys' website. You know, do something for them for their time. Like, I would do it more simple. I would just say, hey, I'm starting a podcast with business owners, want to talk about success in the roofing industry. I haven't found a roofer yet. Can I interview you? And of course, everybody's like, yeah, of course. You know, you're going to put this out on YouTube. You're going to post it in some groups. That sounds great. You know, and so they'll get on with you, and then you ask them questions about the market, questions about their business, and like, you'll find that they have way more problems that you expect, and they're willing to pay for people to solve them. And then you just have to figure out, okay, how can I solve this in a really good way and keep, give them a good ROI, a good experience, and gain their trust. Once you have that, you have a client for a long time, because they're already paying somebody. A lot of these roofing companies are already going to be paying somebody to do their stuff. And so you have to figure out, what are they buying? How much are they spending per month? You know, when I found out that the average small car dealership is spending anywhere from 10 to 30 grand a month on marketing between billboards and radio and print, I was like, oh man, you only need like 5K in social ads, and they can pay me and run social ads, spend 5K and get like 5 times the results. And so that's when I went all in on that industry. Every industry has their version of that. You just have to tap into what it is. What roofing jobs do they want? So yeah, I think roofing is a good niche. I think you can find them on Facebook ads, but I would start with trying to get a couple interviews with local roofers that will just be open to talking to you, show them what you do, have some research done, go into the ads library. Okay, guys, Facebook ads are all live. They're all transparent. Go into the ads library and type in roofer, and you'll be able to see a bunch of ads that are already working. So Facebook ad, this is Facebook ad case study, Facebook ad library. Oh. And then just type in roofer and put together a little slideshow that has some ads that people are running and some landing pages and how they're getting leads. Whoops, I just meant to type the keyword. So you can type in keywords. You can look up specific businesses like this. This is a hack. If you guys don't know how to do this, this is like day one stuff, but it's really, a lot of business owners don't know you can do this. And so if you don't know about this, you need to be spending time in here, because this is what people are actually spending their money on in advertising. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to look for a keyword. Look, we got 22,000 results. All right. Launched January 2024. I don't know if these ones are working. They just got launched. I can't tell. There's no way for me to see the results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down a while back, and I'm going to find ads that have been running, ideally for over 45 days. Oh my gosh. Some of these ads look crazy. Yeah, so obviously, Sherry, there's a huge market for Facebook ads. Look at all these different ads. There's 26. Like, if you even just take 22,000 results, let's say that each one of them is spending, which some of these guys are spending boatloads of money. Let's say 22,000. So let's say some of these guys, if they're spending let's say $50 a day. That's pretty realistic. Okay, so that would be $1,500 a day, $1,500 a month times 22,000 campaigns. That'd be like $33 million. What is that, crazy? 22,000 results of ads. Let's say each one, let's just go on a daily. Let's say each ad is running at, let's just say $5 a day. Let's go super low. That's still 110 grand every single day. Facebook's raking in right here. Business owners are spending right here, $100,000 a day, just on this alone. So if you go at a month, it's $3.3 million. You're looking at $3.3 million a month if you think each one of these ads is spending only $5 a day. And I'll tell you, a lot of these are spending a crap load more than that. So like this is where the money's at. So go in here and get far down in here, like at least a month. But look at some of these interesting ones, like new roof starting at $4,997. Our marketer quit. What is this ad? I've never seen an ad like this. It's pretty crazy. How I bet this ad crushes though. It's kind of too soon to tell, but you can look at a place like Skyfall Roofing if they're running weird ads like that, and you can say that it's probably a marketing agency that's running their ads. So you click the page, you go to the About section, you go to page transparency. It says this page is currently running ads. I click See All. It says go to Ads Library. I go over there, and I'm going to be linked to where we just were, but it's going to be for this specific roofing company. And look, you could hit this roofing company up, and you could say, hey, I saw your marketer quit. I can make you some better graphics. LOL. I can be your new marketer. Right. So, I mean, this stuff it's kind of fun. I've never seen anything like that. I bet it actually works though, is the funny part. But yeah, you could see a bunch of good ads, and then what you do is you find stuff that works good, and you save it down onto like a slideshow, and you can just go over it with your client and say, hey, this is the stuff that's out there. I did a competitor analysis. I did research into the ads library, and this is what people are doing, and this is what's really working. And you can figure out what's working by reverse engineering case studies that you find online from marketers and from ad platforms will put it out, and then just by doing kind of your own research into the industry. Okay, does that give some direction on how you guys can, go from being somebody that knows nothing about nothing to being somebody that can show up on a presentation and say, hey, this is what we can do for you? A little bit?
Nate, can I just ask, how do you, in your reverse engineering, how do you figure out what has been working and what hasn't? How can you tell? Is it because they've had the same sort of ad running for 2 or 3 months? Or, I mean, how would we know?
Yeah, so that's a good indicator if the ad's been running for a long time. But the real way you're going to be able to reverse engineer case studies is you have to find good case studies in your industry. And so a lot of these, like you can just type in on Google case study, Facebook ads, real estate, and you're going to find a dozen of them, both from marketers, both from real estate companies, both from Facebook, and they're all going to be out there, and you're going to have to take an analysis over them, and you're going to say, okay, I looked at 3 different case studies, and all of them used video ads, and they all got a good success with that. How can I learn more about video ads to provide that for those kind of clients? So, and then once this is something that, I mean, once you have a baseline, like you show somebody that you've done all this work and this research, hey, this is what we want to try for you. I really believe in this. This is a combination of the best strategies. And you get somebody to allow you to run their ads, maybe on a free trial basis, or they'll even pay you, a lower amount starting out. You run their ads, you generate leads, you nurture those leads for them, call them, text them, email. You can set this up through Go High Level, which is an automations platform. And then you get these people results. They're going to want to either sign up with you, or they're going to be willing to let you share those results. Then you have your own case studies. And once you build a deep web of case studies, then you can get clients for a really long time from those results you've generated. Like, for example, I just got on with a client yesterday, and we've been working with him 2 years, and he said that 15 to 30% of all of their sales last year came from our platform specifically, and nothing else. And that's a pretty good chunk of business in relation to what we're doing for them, and they're really happy with that. And then I've got another case study. We helped sell over 100 cars last year for one dealership. And so those kind of things, when I can break those down and I can put the case study out there and I can say, okay, 100 dealerships, we spent $26,000. Okay, so they paid about $222 a sale or whatever it was, you know, and I can break that down into a legit case study, show the ads we ran, show all that. Once you have that for yourself, you go over that with clients, then it's not so much about, well, is this going to work for me? It's like, hey, look, marketing can only do so much, and then it's a dance between sales, and sales has to step in there. But I'll show you exactly what this dealership did. I'll show you exactly what X client did. I'll show you what exactly the story I was just reading about that allowed this company to scale. Right? So, and you guys don't really have to find that much things. Like, you have to trust that Facebook ads bring new clients like every day. Instagram ads, same thing, sometimes more. Like if you're in the gym space, fitness space, Instagram ads are fire. So just know that it works, and then find the clients and don't focus on what you're going to be selling them. Focus on the results that it's brought other people, and then focus on their story. Okay, Mr. Business Owner, what kind of sales are you guys doing right now? How did you get into this position? How did you get here exactly, and where are you at now? It's basically the, kind of the first framework. And then after you discover that with them in a conversation, then the next conversation, the next story essentially that gets told is, where do they want to go and why? Oh, that's awesome, man. You're doing 27 sales a month, roofs. How much do roofs even cost? Oh, tell me more about that. You're just having a conversation person to person, finding out where they were at, how they got there. Oh, and you've been doing your roofing for how long? And how do you guys even get roofing clients? Like, I'm curious. Oh, have you tried any companies? What did you like about them? What did you not like about them? What worked? What didn't? Some business owners, trapped in the minds of a lot of business owners, they know what's actually worked for them before. So a lot of people will be like, yeah, I tried Facebook ads and we were running them for a long time. We had success, but we just turned them off because they didn't have a proven system to follow. You just reignite that proven system. So, so just to go back to the stories, then you basically ask them where they want to go and why. Okay, so I see you're at all this stuff. You've discovered all that. So like, what's next for XYZ Roofing Company? Where do you guys want to go? Oh, we want to get 100 roofs a month. Whoa, 100 roofs a month. Like, what is going to be at 100 roofs a month that you currently can't do at 26 roofs a month? Like, where does the scalability go? Oh, we want to open a new facility, da-da-da-da-da. Nice, man. I mean, that's going to shake up your world. What changes for you when that happens? Oh, I'm going to be actually able to retire. Oh, shit. So this whole time, this dude's setting up his retirement exit. If you can understand that, like, you'll be surprised by how different it is when you can come at them with, okay, so this is what is going to be best for you to invest your money into. We're offering people, basically what we're doing is we're selling money at a discount. Hey, you're going to get new clients in from Facebook ads, and your new client is worth, for a roofing company, a new client can be worth thousands upon thousands. So it's like a new client's worth $3,000 a month. If I can get you one new client a month only, would you mind paying me $1,500 a month? Would you invest $2,000 to make $3,000? It's not a great ROI, but one client should be easy for you to do. Then you figure out, how can I just get one roofing client in a month? Once you have the confidence you can do that, you scale it to 5, 10, 15. How many roofing clients can I get in a month? And then that's how you build a whole agency and a whole system. But you got to lead with results.
Nate, forgive me for stepping up there. Could you a little more slowly show us where to get to that information on Facebook so we can do that search?
Yeah, let me send you the link. And it's called Facebook Ads Library. So I just type in Facebook Ads Library. And I'm going to send it in the chat here so you can find it. But anytime you want to, just remember it's the library. It's got everything, right? And then the other page I'm going to send you guys as well is the case study pages. This is where Facebook wants people to be spending money on their platforms. So they've actually put together stories and case studies of businesses that have used Facebook ads to get success. And they put those out there to the public so that you can actually see those, and they get more business owners on their platforms. So Facebook's kind of in alignment with you in that sense, where they want you to push that stuff out there. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Snapchat ads on YouTube. Did you guys see those Snapchat ads that were like run Snapchat ads for businesses. I was getting those a lot, or TikTok ads running on YouTube ads. I literally saw ads for TikTok ads on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and it's like TikTok wanting people to go to their ads platform. This is the business of these platforms, right? And the attention is the commodity that we're all after. So,
just to piggyback off that, I was actually Googling the Facebook ad library while you were like drilling down into the ads. Could you maybe show us real quick as well, while you're sending the links, or as you're sending the links, just quickly show me again how you like drilled into the ad and got to, I think you drilled like into a specific company and then saw all of the ads for one specific company or something like that. I missed that.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I got you. So once you go into the ads live, and let's just go from Google, you know, like I'll show you guys like how you'd get here from nowhere, right? So I can go Facebook ads library. It's the top result ad library from Facebook. And I'm going to come in here and it's going to ask me what country I want to check out and then the ad category. So just go all ads for this for now. And then you can search by keyword or advertiser. So, give me a random industry or niche. What's a random one? Gyms or something, whatever.
I mean, I'm still thinking roofing because that happens to be my niche too. It's like construction and roofing and stuff. So that actually,
that's perfect. You could go roofing, or you could even go like maybe contractors. Okay. That might be a little bit harder, but let's see. Let's do a deeper dive. Maybe find something. Okay, and right away you're going to see different ads. So these are video ads that are running, and I'm looking at this, and I'm just going to get an idea for what people are putting out there. You know, I mean, like it's at the end of the day, it's marketing. I bet a lot of this stuff actually works pretty well. I really bet it does. Like a lot of these ads look good, but what I do is I would try to find the ones that are a little bit older because usually older ads hold their weight in ROI a lot better. And I would just see what people are doing. So we got, let's see. Okay, we got a couple here in November. Whoops, it keeps, let's see. Okay, we got a couple here in November. Let's see what we got here. Keeps bouncing me back to December for some reason. I think you can filter out too, and you can filter out, the dates even. So you can just look for older ads that have been running. Let me check this out from November. I don't usually do this, so let's check it out. Yeah, so these are all on or before November 2023. Okay, so these have probably been working pretty well. And so now I'd find one guy that's running. Okay, it looks like what we see here is marketing companies. This is a backwards hack too. So you can find this guy, top rank contractors, Home Advisor is furious. We're completely bypassing to get our local contractor partners a constant flow of exclusive roofing and remodel jobs. In fact, we'll guarantee you 20 qualified exclusive appointments. So you could go check these people out and see what they're doing. You could funnel hack them, go through their thing and see what they are selling, but you will find other marketers, and that's another way that you can find case studies. This guy wasn't bold enough to put any of his case studies out there, so he's probably not doing super well. But yeah, you could just look through here, and then how you get to an individual page to answer your question specifically. Like I see hometown contractors, or let's say I say A1 Contractors is running a lot. I'm just going to click to go to their Facebook page. And you could do this just by going through somebody's Facebook page. You can go to any Facebook page, and you go to the About section.
Okay.
And then there's this tab called Page Transparency, which brings you into here where you can see this page is currently running ads. So I click See All.
Oh, okay.
And this pops up a little tab here where I can go to Ad Library, and it'll bring me up into just all their ads that they're running.
Awesome.
And these seem kind of basic too. Like some of those video ads and some of the other stuff we saw that looks a little more modern probably converts better. This stuff is like really stock, but you have to remember if you're selling roofs, you might be selling to some older folks that need more of this style. So it's all relevant. This has been running since April. Okay, so these ads probably are converting. Doesn't look like anything special. It goes to this landing page. Oh, this is sick. This is a great landing page. And this is, I think this is done in Go High Level, actually. I can't say that for sure, but this form looks like a Go High Level form. So what I would do, guys, is I would find stuff like this that you want to mimic this, you want to use this framework for a client, and I'd save this all down on a Google Sheet or an Excel spreadsheet, or even you could do a Google slide. Like I think I have some that I'll share. Let me see. I had my team put together some before, industry specific results. Let's see. Yeah, right here. Is this it? Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So I did at one point have a team that I was working with put together basically a proposal, like a little demo deck that you could show to clients, and it's all the best roofing ads. They link the ads library link and then the landing page. So you could just do this with 4 or 5 that you see that are similar to the client you're targeting, or just a well-rounded approach of what's working. And you put that together, and then you can go over this with clients. You can send, hey, what's some examples of this types of stuff you could do? You can do that. Anybody can do this. It's not like this is anything special. So you could say, yeah, we can do something just like this. Oh, what kind of results have your team got in the past? Now that's when you're into a different conversation. Well, my team specifically, we're looking for a roofing partner to step into the industry with. We're a little bit newer starting out, and that's why I'm offering such a fair, intro trial offer just to get the results, just to get the exposure. But yeah, I'll send this to you roofing folks out there.
That would be really cool. Yeah, thanks. Just as an example or a reference or something would be super cool. But yeah, ultimately, I would want to create a bunch of these myself. And
exactly, and it makes you stand yourself apart. And then make content around it. You can make like a YouTube ad where you're literally taking YouTube ads and you're like, I scoured the roofing ads library and I found these are the top roofing ads that roofing companies are running. You can be running ads just like this and helping show up in front of your local marketplace. We actually happen to be specialized in this. We'll show you how to do it, right? Like this is really good right here. This is a great funnel. Okay, it's very simple. This is easily replicatable. Super, super, super simple. They can call or they can request free estimate. They go here. I want to repair, install a new roof. Zip code, gets the contact information, gets everything. So and after this, I'm sure it just goes into some kind of, it just goes to a submission, and then probably somebody just calls you right after that. And you guys can set all this up with the Go High Level tool. Okay. So is that helpful, guys? Like, this is what I did anytime I was stepping into a new industry.
That's super helpful. Yeah, very much. Thanks.
That's great. Nate. Appreciate that.
Perfect, guys. I'm so glad. What other questions do we have here, guys? We got about 20 minutes. We can just do some Q&A and see where the conversation goes, because I'm just here to support you guys in your specific journey. Once you have a report, the only reason we do that is just so we can take something and run with it. Take a concept, take an idea, take a proven framework, take it to a local business in our area, and set something similar up. If it worked for the guy in Georgia, it'll work for the guy in Texas, and they've never talked to each other and probably never will. And that's the thing you have to realize is there's 30-something million small businesses in the United States. Maybe it's way more, maybe it's way less. I think it's like 30 million, maybe it's 350 million. I can't remember the exact, but it's more millions than people that can run Facebook ads, okay, or set up SEO, or do a Google My Business, or revamp a website, or set up an AI bot. Like, just choose one thing, choose one industry, figure out what those industries do, and then find somebody. And you might have one that doesn't work out that well, and you keep going, and then one just hits really well, and then they're sending you case studies and everything like that. So,
and Nate, I read the recently tripped into doing PR work for a publishing company. I haven't gone through it. I think this is the third class. I was following from the stuff that was online. I'd finished the different things, and it says, so begin to reach out to your people and let them know you're in the space. And I guess I went down to the shore to fish for bait. I just said hello, basically. And this grouper jumped on the line. And while I was trying to reel the grouper in, a second grouper hit it. So now I have 2 books that are both going to be issued at the beginning of April that I have to get the high ticket,
Wow.
again, today, the podcast, these different things going. And I've never been through a class on how you actually onboard someone, how you use any of the back office stuff. I'm like, yeah, we can get it done. I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Where
What's your question? That sounds great, man. I mean, you're
I
living the
sent the
dream.
basics of what I believe they need to Bryce. I think I'm to get an answer of getting them in USA Today, getting them on a podcast tour, and trying to get them on the billboard in Times Square on April 6th. And the significance of April 6th is both of these books have to do with Revelations. And April 6th is going to be the Great American Eclipse that goes from Texas to Maine. This area is having 4 to 6 minutes of total darkness on April 6th. So both of these books are about what's going on at that time period. And that's my target.
Need to do it right away.
That's interesting. Yeah. So I'll send a note over to those guys. I don't have any of the back end. I don't do anything on the back end for Agency Box when it comes to press. So I don't know anything about how that onboarding works for those kind of things, but I'll make sure that they give you a call and they talk to you about it or whatever. I'll mention that over to them, but man, that's huge that you got that set up and that's going to be big. Just keep a high level of communication with your clients and just make sure you have all the information you need from them. And then just, if you haven't heard, any timelines or anything back yet, just, let's make sure we get that escalated. But like I said, I don't know how the process works exactly with press. It's something I'm interested in trying out myself, but I built my agency the other way. But man, that's going to be huge. And I know that you're like super eager to deliver for your clients, and that's exactly what it's going to take. And so, just make sure that they've got that going for you guys. Got that going? Then they send you onboarding instructions for your clients or anything like that.
Yeah, so far I've sent stuff to David and Bryce. I don't have back anything about how specifically I'd go about onboarding them. I did force myself to find the stuff in your back channels to set up the payment stuff and everything to my site to make sure I'm ready whenever it happens. But this publishing company that wants to JV partner with us so they could offer these high-end things to their clients. They currently have 14 authors in various stages with their books or movies that are coming out. One of the authors that the second book that's coming out on April 16th, that guy and his last book sold 500,000 copies.
Wow.
So there's some real fish here. And, like I say, I started a conversation by saying hello. They asked me what I was doing and then invited themselves in. And I'm going, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Wow. How did you close that deal exactly?
Well, actually, they were talking about other people that had been sending them marketing advertisements. One of the companies that they named off that was trying to get their business was a company called the Mindful Agency. That they didn't really know them. And I was like, well, see, that's the thing. The franchise that I told you that we'd purchased into, because this person is someone we knew 5 years ago when it spoke into their lives. But they, I said, that's the franchise that we purchased into. We're on the same, our platform that I'm talking about is that platform. The script writers are the same. The difference is going to be price. I mean, we're going to deliver the same product. We're going to go about it from the same way, but this is really, price is what we're talking about. And their whole thing was that they want to be their own PR company and they want someone to do the back end fulfillment. I said, absolutely. We'll white label it for you. This is the way it works. Everything that was explained to me. And they were like, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to start with these 2 books. This is our timeline. Bam. And I'm going, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do, right?
And then I turned around and got out on here and screamed, help.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I didn't say that in front of them.
No, of course, man. And it's easy to, that stuff. You're going to do a great job, man. They're going to be happy because you're going to make sure of that. And I can already tell. And that's what it takes. And you have to know that no matter who you're working with, you have to make sure that it's in the best interest of your client. So of course you're going to be screaming and freaking out, but I can tell you, like, the Agency Box team, Dylan and those guys, they've done this a bunch of times. And so they're probably just getting things together on the back end for you at this scope, at this multitude. And your first one always feels like, whoa. And that's a great feeling, guys. You want to have that feeling because that's the feeling where I'll figure it out no matter what it takes. If I got to write this damn book myself, I'm going to make sure that this thing goes through, but just let me know what's going to have to happen. So, I sent a message over to those guys to make sure that you guys are like dialed in on that, because that sounds like a huge opportunity. And I know you just want a lot of communication through that. I mean, every stage has to have a lot of communication from your white label partner to you, from you to them, from them to whoever they're working with. And really just being the one to lay out all the steps is going to be important. So in the meantime, I would just, do my due diligence, and then just, like I said, I messaged those guys. So, but man, that's huge for you, and congrats. And like I said, it comes from somebody and then you grow it from there. So that's huge.
Dave has been really great about following up with me and keeping me calmed down. But his, the marketing part's not his thing. If you fixing problems inside, doing stuff in the computer, that's his world. He can't really tell me about the marketing side. So he had it sent to Bryce, and I just have to get a response from Bryce.
Got it. I just messaged those guys. So just to make sure it's bumped up to the top here. But yeah, man, I mean, that's the one thing about, we're agency owners from all different walks of the agency space, which is pretty wide. So, but yeah, man, that's that press world that you're getting into, like being able to deliver people books and podcasts. I mean, that's something crazy. Like, there's a lot of personalities that are getting ready to retire. They've had a good career, and now they want to take things online. And there's such a huge market for being able to offer those things and provide that to somebody. So I'm excited to see how it goes for you. And yeah, man, that's going to be sweet. So thanks for letting me know. I made sure to message those guys too. Keep banging them down. That's a great job. Got a couple hands. Yeah, go ahead, Sherry.
Joseph, are you using Stripe as your payment processor?
That's the one I set up. Yes.
Go ahead and send an invoice and pay yourself, because it takes several days the first go around.
Thank you.
And that'll speed the process up for your actual clients.
Good idea. Thank you.
Absolutely. I think we had a couple people raising their hands. Christine, how are you doing, ma'am?
I am finally getting well. Not there yet, but getting there.
Oh, man. That's too bad. Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, well, we're only 3.5 weeks into things, so, Anyway, you talked about earlier about setting up a podcast for the people you wanted to interview and what have you with that. I've not done a podcast, and I am focusing on my local businesses here. And I just like that idea. Tell me a little bit about how you go about setting that up.
Yeah, it's super easy. It's super unofficial. It's not even like, you're not going to make like a real podcast studio and do all that, at least not at first. At first, you just do like a streaming. Like, you can literally get on Zoom. You might need to upgrade your Zoom subscription so you can have the longer, times and record it. Okay. But then you get on with somebody on a screen share like this, and you just ask them some pertinent questions. Call your podcast something, the small business. What town are you in Colorado again?
Montrose, the other side of the mountain from you.
Yeah, like the Montrose Business Podcast, or maybe you want to go bigger, you want to go county, or you want to go Colorado Business Pod, like whatever you want to do like that. Maybe you want to go bigger, you just want to call it the Evans Business, something. Name it something, give it a theme. You can get an editor if you want on Fiverr to make like a little logo for it and a little intro clip, and then just get on Zoom with people and interview them and try to make your quality look like higher. Like you can get upgraded camera, like a ring light, you can get a microphone for pretty inexpensive, but you don't need any of that stuff. All you need is a laptop, Zoom, good internet connection. They need the same thing. You record it, you edit it a little bit, which actually don't even worry about editing it. Just throw the intro clip on it, throw it on YouTube. Make sure that when you throw it on YouTube, it doesn't share any like personal information, like if you're screen sharing or anything like that, and then YouTube will let you keep it. Then post that on Facebook, put it in a couple groups, post it on Instagram. You can use Canva to make posts talking about the video, give everybody a little spotlight shine. If you're doing it in a local group or an audience, you can share it into that local group, like Montrose Buy and Sell group. Hey, look at this local business, restaurant, and their story. It's a good way to get traction, and it probably will lead to clients too, but it'll take a while to get clients from it. It's mostly research and things like that.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you could do a great job with that.
Yeah. I have several clients to close that are ready to go. I just don't have a voice yet to really do things. So anyway, but thank you. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That sounds great. Stoked for you. And you can also make a blog post out of, one of your videos and drive people to the video. You can break down one video a bunch of different ways. Okay, last question here. Who's just got initials? JC, was that? Oh, Jalen Cook. What's up, Jalen? What can I help you with?
Honestly, I'm just listening right now. Just listening to you guys because as questions go, I can't really say that I'm established enough to have questions about the business. Like the beginning was really helpful with where to go to learn about the different different ads and whatnot. It's been a lot of help more than leave out any questions. So this has all been great.
Good.
Great material.
Excellent. Excellent, man. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Thanks for being on here. And yeah, guys, like at first, just learn about advertising and show up to these kind of things, and then figure out how you can offer it. Usually to somebody it's already in business. You can do it for free, spend your time, and then get the experience for them and start replicating that formula, So, let's see, we've got time for a couple more here. I think I saw, Devontae Smith, and then Jordan.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Some valuable information here. So my question is, because I pretty much have somebody who's ready to close,
nice.
But I don't know exactly how the branding part works. Pretty much, they're trying to get rebrand their whole entire Instagram and Facebook, and I don't. Yeah.
What kind of budget do they have on that?
I haven't even got to that part with them.
Yeah. So what you want to do, and anytime somebody comes to you and they're like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" You're like, "Yeah, we can figure that out, right? We can get a graphic designer, post some new stuff, and you can figure out what that costs." But really, you want to get down to the core of why they want to do that. Okay, you want to rebrand. So, like, what's up? Are you not happy with the customers, your presence? Like, what's it going on? And they'll tell you, like, hey, yeah, we're not getting a lot of traffic through our social media. We know social media is important, so we don't really know what we want to do, but we just want to make it better, right? That's a lot of business owners. And the reality is the rebrand on social media it might help in the long run with some things, but it's probably going to be a little bit of a waste of time when it comes to getting like new customers. And so if you identify that they really just want new customers, then you can tell them, hey, I'll make you blow up on social media with social media ads. And that's where you would take a post and run it as a daily ad $30-$40 a day behind it and generate leads for them. And that's when now they've got people that they can call, people calling them, people texting them. And that's when you're able to generate them some money, some actual cash that they get from their ads. And then you can charge way higher than you can for just like doing some graphics and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. People will pay you like if you get good at making graphics in Canva and you just want to post for people and make their stuff look nice, people will pay you $300 to $500, maybe $1,000 a month for it. But it's not, at the end of the day, it's going to be your ROI for the amount of time you have to put in to make it really sick is just not going to be there as much as it is when you can spend 45 minutes running an ad campaign and it can make this person $45K and they only put $3,000 into it. Now you can charge $3,000 comfortably for them. And so like what kind of business is it that you're looking to close on? Who are you talking with?
Oh, so the person is a brand rep pretty much out here in the Bay Area. And so pretty much they're trying to get it to look a lot more professional for them to actually look like a brand rep.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe they need their own little website. Maybe they need like a logo and that stuff. You could put together a one-off package for them, but only if they have the budget to cover it. Like you try to get in with established businesses. Sometimes like reps and stuff, like, you know, they'll have some money for something, but like you got to work with them for where they're at. So you might just try some different things. Hey, give me your access to your Facebook. Let's spend a couple $100 on ads. Let's get you a new website. Like there's with Go High Level, if you're familiar, if you're using that, which you should have as in this program, I'm pretty sure you get access to it. It gives you a lot of templates and stuff where you can make somebody a little website, you know, put their picture in and all that kind of stuff. So I would like to do that when I'm just starting out, just to gain some experience and get some tools and try to get them to pay for your time. But posting on social media is going to be like a one-time thing. If you can figure out how to get them new customers, that's going to be a life thing. You know, that's going to be like you're riding tight, you know. So
yeah, I like how you explain that too. It makes sense. You could do the one-time thing, but when you try to pretty much build a package for them, and it's more beneficial for both parties too. So yeah.
Recurring revenue. You want to go for recurring revenue. You close them down one time and then they're paying you every month until they cancel, which, you know, in some cases it can be as low as, you know, it just depends what you're selling. Churn can be pretty high. For agency service, the average churn is about 66% after 3 months. So you got to keep that in mind too, you know. Software, it's about 5% after 3 months. After a year, it's still about 5%. So if you sell software solutions for business owners, that can be something really nice too. And that's good for reps because it's more do it yourself. I'm going to give you the tools, I'm going to give you the resources, and you're going to work it yourself. So learn about Go High Level deeply, understand what it can offer for business owners. And then with your rep, try to find people that are running successful strategies and line some out for him. Hey, here's a couple examples. I think we should model something like this for you. Oh, what's that going to cost me, Devontae? I'm going to go get with my network and I'm going to make a package proposal and give you as close as I can to cost. And we're going to see what this is actually going to break down to. Because then you're going to have to get a graphic designer over here. But you got to see what their budget is. Yeah, man, like, are you serious about this? How much are you really trying to spend? You know, how many sales are you doing per month? Oh, wow. 15. How much does that make you each? Dang, so you're doing like 15K a month? And one new client, you know, you start breaking all that down. And then that's when you can get them to think about, yeah, it would make sense for me to spend, you know, $3,000 a month because I'm making so much money already. So
once we figure out exactly what they need, is it somebody there will help us go over the package just to kind of make sure everything's kind of aligned?
Yeah, it just depends what you're going to get for them. I think at first, you know, like the white label thing is always going to be there. You can just do digital ads and stuff, but you really want to like understand in each situation what's going to make the most sense for them. So in one of the other calls, I think it's in the community, it was last week or maybe the week before, I talked about how you have these conversations and close deals, figure out what people want. You're going to want to sell them something that's in their budget, solves their problem, and helps them out. And what that's going to be, it's hard to know off the surface. So I would dig into it with them and then come back and hit us up through here and just say, hey, you know, he's got a pretty big budget for this. He wants to do video ads. He wants to do this kind of stuff. Or maybe you find out like the dude only wants to spend like $300 a month. Well, then it's not going to make sense to bring a company in for that. You might be able to hire somebody for $100 a month to make some graphics for you, but it's better to learn how to do the work yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so. All right, guys, I actually got to run today. I got a hard stop here at 3. If I didn't get you guys, just
thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thanks for hopping on. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys being here. I'll be on for whoever's on the NBA. I'll be on there tonight. Shoot me a message if you guys need anything. Jordan, thanks. Good to see you here. And I'll catch you guys next time. See you.